Hi, I'm DV6 with DV News. Who are you? And you are?
My name's Chris Reitman. I'm a member of Oath Keepers.
You know, another person I'm looking for, because a lot of people, and maybe myself included, don't know the whole story behind Oath Keepers. What is Oath Keepers?
Oath Keepers is a national organization. We're primarily an educational organization. We want to remind law enforcement, military, first responders that the oath of office that they took is to the Constitution, not to any particular politician or chain of command. That's what it is. So when you receive an order, we want you to think of the Constitution first.
So the media, do you think the media misrepresents what you all do?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Are there any big
Our standard tagline is considered a radical anti-government group by the Southern Poverty Law Center. That's in almost every news story.
If you could sum up your organization in a few words, what would it be?
Former and current military and law enforcement that care about the Constitution.
I like it. I like it.
Well, I kind of kicked this thing off. I kind of got the ball rolling here in Keene. Other efforts were going on.
That's Keene, New Hampshire for you dumb fucks.
It's all right. With the stated goal of protecting people that cannot protect themselves because of a 6x6 sign that's in a window over there that says that this is a gun-free zone. Gun-free zones in general are a bad idea. They prevent people from being able to protect themselves against what can be a lethal threat. And we saw that play out in Chattanooga. We've seen that play out in Aurora in a movie theater. We've seen it play out in Newtown in a school. Over and over and over, these things continue to happen. So while the goal was protection and continues to be protection, of course there's an aspect of getting the word out there, getting people to at least talk about gun-free zones and why we have them. If I own private property and I decide that I don't want guns on my property, I can say that.
Right.
Your gun's not welcome here. When we're talking about public buildings, things like a recruiting office or social security office or places that people actually have to go, what we're saying is you have to be vulnerable to take advantage of these services or to enter here.
So if you're not getting paid to do this, or you know, you're obviously not getting paid, why do it?
I charge for interviews.
Fuck
Just
you. All right.
No. The bulk of the people who have been out here have been vets. You know, they're doing it for their own. They feel it's the right thing to do. We've had off-duty law enforcement stand and post with us too.
What about the public? What kind of support are you seeing as people go by on the street? Or
for people that voice an opinion, positive or negative, 98% positive.
Good.
2% negative.
Right. And when they say, how vocal are the negatives? How would you know they're negative?
They're very vocal.
Very vocal, right?
Very. They'll come up and talk to us, and I'm talking one or two a day. Will come up and start shouting in our faces. We had one guy literally stopped his truck right in the middle of the street, slammed on the brakes, said, "I could kill you all right now if I wanted to. Why are you here? What are you doing?" It was nuts.
Hey, thanks a lot. I appreciate
no problem,
it.
man.
What was your first name?
Chris.
Chris, Mike. Yeah,
Yep.
that's DV6 with DV News, and we were talking to Chris. Now go fuck yourself. I appreciate it. Hey!
Oh, I got here earlier.
Hey, I'm DV6 with DV News. You are?
I am honored to meet you, DV6. This is like a dream come true for me. I'm gonna cry.
Oh my God. All right, I want to ask you a few questions. By coming out here armed to the teeth and all that, what are you hoping to do? Is this a political statement, or do you actually expect to defend this place?
The two primary goals in me being here that I see. One is by being out here in this, hopefully anyone with any ill will to the recruiters, instead of stopping here, are going to continue by. That's the primary one. Nobody's looking for a gunfight. We're looking to deter, stop something from happening here by our presence. The second thing is to draw attention to ourselves, to force our politicians to do the right thing and to let these guys protect themselves.
You know, some people even say that you shouldn't even be allowed to carry weapons openly like that, especially these big, scary guns. What do you think about this whole perception that, you know, guns are bad and there's the reason why there's so much violence in America?
Guns are bad in the hands of criminals, but you know, just
so
common
we need more
sense.
laws?
No, we need more guns out there. There'll be less crime. When criminals know you're armed, they're not going to bother with you. If they know you can protect yourself, they're looking for the weak target.
Sort of like those, this home protected by ADT. Well, you know, I know that when I'm shopping around to burglarize a house, if that sign's on the window saying, hey, it's got an alarm, I'm going to the next house.
Yeah, it deters it. You're going to go to the house that's the soft target. So the more guns you take away, the happier criminals are because they've got more victims.
If you're not getting paid to do this, then why the fuck do it?
It's the right thing to do, in my opinion.
I agree. You are a citizen, obviously.
Yeah.
Do you have any thoughts on President Obama and his delay in lowering the flag to half-staff?
I think the flag should have been lowered on a mass shooting type of thing like this. Should have been lowered immediately to half-staff once we knew we had military dead. It's different situation than guys serving in Afghanistan and Iraq. And, you know, obviously they're going to have flags lowered for them when they get home and they're buried at home. When you have a mass shooting, I think it's important for the leadership of the country to recognize certain things.
Yeah, because it is.
Give him a little bit, I'll give him a day or two because he's a civilian and he's never served and doesn't understand things like honor and integrity. But a lot of people don't get it, and a lot of that's drilled into us in the military. That's where, you know, good upbringing in the military drills that in. But when I see celebrities that have really done nothing for their country but provide us with some laughs, and hey, I'm all for celebrities. I enjoy them in the movies and stuff, but they are far from, in my opinion, deserving of a flag lowered to half-staff or the White House painted colors. Or
Now, I want to ask you, I've seen in the media, they're trying to find every major media outlet, the State Department, Homeland Security, the FBI. They're all trying to figure out his motive. I don't know about you, but that kind of pisses me off.
his motives, he's a freaking nut. That's it.
And a terrorist.
And a terrorist.
Thanks, John.
You're welcome.
The road, that's great, and you're armed, so you are part of the guard.
Yeah, I'm just trying to, like that's what I was trying to get across to the guy in Evan's site was, I don't have military experience. However, my brother trained me. I had a recruiter. We went out one time with his M1. I never went fire with this guy. He starts taking
Take care, guys. I'll be up front.
All right, I'll be right there in a minute. So he had his M1, right?
I feel
got him
violated.
pregnant.
I feel violated now.